This is the Full Court Press. It is Friday, and I am really glad you are able to join us tonight. I am John Reynolds. This is Trey Whitted. And Trey, the cream of the crop is really starting to rise to the top in the Mid-Eastern Conference for boys basketball.
You're absolutely right, John. We've got West Brunswick, New Hanover High School, as well as Ashley. All three teams in action tonight. Looking forward to watching.
I had a feeling you might mention all three right there. In fact, we have a three-way tie for the top in the Mid-Eastern Conference in boys basketball heading into tonight's action. We'll get to New Hanover and we'll get to West Brunswick in just a moment. They played each other. They're at the top, but Ashley is also at the top, and that is where we get to start right now. Trey, it is Ashley versus South Brunswick, and who do we begin with, my friend?
Well, we got to start with Brandon Gonzalez, showing great athleticism here. 3 dribbles from one end of the court to the other, and guess what, John? We're going to see it again right here, but he finishes with a nice twist at the end of the basket. Here we see him again, 1, 2, 3 dribbles, great explosiveness, showing it with the left, finishing with the right.
Head coach Scott Wainwright taught him that. He's a good listener.
No doubt about it. Then we see Kareem Randolph showing extreme patience there, waiting on the gap in defense and attacking the basket.
Randolph and Gonzalez both had 13 points tonight. South had a 7-point lead at the half, but here comes Ashley.
Datrion Day, a great pass to Jacques Morant with a strong finish at the rim.
Well, we got more Jacques right here. This is not a dunk, but it's a nice one.
Absolutely. Just old school fundamental left-hand jump hook.
Ashley comes from behind in the second half. Ashley wins by 1. It was close. 63-62 is your final score. Ashley holds on to a share of first place in the Mid-Eastern Conference. All right, let's head to Charlotte. The winner of this one, folks, gets to be tied for first place after tonight in the Mid-Eastern Conference with Ashley. It is going to be West Brunswick in our highlights versus New Hanover, Trey.
Here's Khalil Bland. He came out on fire, taking advantage of open space here at the top of the key, letting it fly. And then we see him here in the corner. His man kind of overextended on defense here. Great dribble drive penetration, but he extends the offense, knocking down a 3-point shot in the corner.
I think he had 4 threes tonight. Dustin Dorsey said he was on fire.
And then, yeah, right here, though, if you're the Wildcats, you have to go to Romello Williams. Had a great night tonight. In my opinion, he is one of the best scorers on the team.
All right, this is second quarter action, and who do we have here, Trey?
The X factor, Jalen Anderson, knocking down the 3-point shot, top of the key.
Earlier we saw Khalil Bland. We're going to see him again right before halftime.
Wow, great shot. This was clutch. Great momentum going into the half if you're West Brunswick.
That was a long 3. It counts. The Wildcats led 36-30 at the half. Now this is third quarter action, Trey.
That's right, and this is where big players step up. Romello Williams taking it off the dribble, finishing on the other side of the basket.
44-39 at that point. The Cats lead. Now let's go to the fourth quarter.
Awesome hesitation. Pro hop going off 2 feet. Strong finish. Great night.
6-point lead for New Hanover at this point. This one gets even closer, Trey.
Oh, no doubt about it. Here we see Josh Woodard with the great Euro step, but an even better finish. Gets the crowd involved. We're going to see this again.
Oh, it's a replay.
Oh, man, that was sweet. Great job, Josh.
Trojans making a move late, but they cannot hold on. You can't stop Freddie Taylor and win the game.
Freddie Taylor, just being a senior, making big shots when they needed them.
Cats seal the deal on the free throw line at the end. Final score, 68-64. New Hanover is a winner. Dustin Dorsey stuck around for the end of this one. Take it away, Dustin.
Dustin Dorsey here at West Brunswick High School, where the Wildcats just took one on the road against the Trojans. I'm here with Daryl Rayner, the coach, stepped in for this game. Coach, how'd you get this one done stepping in for Coach Kirk Angel?
Well, first of all, Coach Angel, under doctor's orders, couldn't yell, so I had to do the yelling for him today. But coming in here at West Brunswick, well-coached team, unbelievable defensive team. We went to a little bit bigger lineup, played well, handled the crowd. It's a great atmosphere, hot, but it's a great win for first place.
I'm here with player of the game, Romello Williams. Romello, man, hey, seems like every time they tried coming back, you answered right back. Talk to me about your game.
I had to come back off of the loss with Ashley, played kind of bad, had to get our team back up in it, and I had to make layups. And I kind of missed free throws this game too, but it's all right, I'm working on that in practice.
So Ashley won. I'm going to tell you tonight, they won by 1 point tonight. So this win keeps you guys tied for first place. What does that mean?
We have to go in White Town Tuesday and get a W.
All right, Romello, thank you, man, for joining us at West Brunswick High School. For Romello Williams, I'm Dustin Dorsey.
And you're watching the Full Court Press. Go Wildcats.
Back to you guys.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are watching the Full Court Press. Thank you, Dustin. Great report. Let's check out the girls' game from Charlotte. This one did not have an exciting finish, but the Wildcats played really well. Azaria Fields feeds Michelle Jacobs, Trey.
That's right. Michelle Jacobs, she spent a lot of time in the offseason working on that shot. Glad to see her putting it into action.
Let's see Jacobs one more time. She is number 14.
That's right. Just being aggressive, doing what she does.
As I said earlier, it was not close. 73-40 is your final score from Charlotte in this one. The Wildcats will face Hoggard next week in a girls' showdown. That'll be a good one. The boys' showdown will be a good one as well. Trey, let's now head to Hampstead to see what is up with the Topsail girls versus Hoggard. This is Carmen Pirtle for Topsail. Her shot is good. Topsail led at the half. Can you believe Topsail led after the third quarter? They were smelling upset, but Hoggard woke up in the fourth quarter, Trey.
Yes, they did, behind great coaching. Right here, we're just going to see a great execution of an inbounds play. I'm sure Coach Al drew that up, but the players did a better job of executing it. Lonnie Fisher finishing at the basket. Last couple of weeks, we've seen her shoot a lot of threes, but there she is showing her versatility.
It took a strong finish in the fourth quarter for Hoggard to win this one, and they do. Your final score is 35-28. The Vikings improved to 15-1 on the season. All right, that was the girls' game. This is the boys' game coming your way. Topsail looks to pick up their first win of the season. First win of the league season? Can they pick up their first one in the Mid-Eastern Conference? Well, Alec Baker says, we're going to try.
Alec Baker, in my opinion, one of the best shooters in the conference. Letting it fly, nice left-hand looking shot.
22 points for Baker, but Tyler Steinman played well for Hoggard.
Tyler Steinman doing what Tyler Steinman does, extending the defense, extending the offense, knocking down a three-point shot. And then we're going to see something we haven't seen Tyler do in the past, really attack the paint here, drawing the contact, strong finish.
I like it. 16 points for Tyler Steinman. He actually went inside. Hoggard led by 15 at the half. They go on to win by 16, if my math is correct. Your final score is 59-43. Hoggard now 4-2 in league play, and they will play New Hanover on Tuesday, and that one will be at Heavy Gymnasium, and that should be a good one. Any thoughts on that one, my friend?
Well, it's really going to come down to the coaching. You know, we know Hoggard, they like to slow the game down and kind of milk the clock a little bit. I'm going to look forward to seeing how Hanover adjusts. You know, they try to speed them up, kind of make them play out of character.
I mean, Hoggard averaging their on defense, holding their opponents to about 42, 43 points a game over the last eight or nine games. So Hoggard wants a low-scoring game. New Hanover, Romello Williams, Freddie Taylor, they like it up in the 60s or the 70s.
They want to speed it up.
All right, up next, we will head west to Columbus County. Who knows, we may even go somewhere else on this Friday night as the full court press on WWAY CBS and WWAY ABC rolls on. Can you believe this weather? It is January.
I know, man. It feels great.
I like it. I like it. We should be in short sleeve shirts tonight, but we're not. Got to be fashionable. All right, there is no doubt the Whiteville High School boys basketball team can get up and down the basketball court. It was standing room only tonight for the Wolfpack and the South Columbus Stallions. We're going to pick up the action in the first quarter with South Columbus scoring. That is Kendrick Green on the follow.
Kendrick Green, right place, right time, showing some great athleticism. But here we see Cameron Smith, who had a great game tonight. This is what I call a Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway, going off one leg. But now, Tyrell Kirk doing what he does, crossover, step back. He had a huge game tonight.
19 points for Tyrell Kirk. This is his third consecutive triple-double. He is number 2 for the Whiteville Wolfpack. Cameron Smith, number 10 for the Whiteville Wolfpack.
That's right. Here's Cameron again, showing great athleticism. But now, Tyrell Kirk, mini Russell Westbrook maybe, but Cameron Smith knocking down a three-point shot in the corner. Then we see him again going back inside, finishing for the easy
Now
two.
you know why Tyrell Kirk finished with a triple-double. He had a lot of assists. He had a lot of rebounds. He can also score. Cameron Smith is a scorer. There he is scoring again. 64-41 is your final score. Whiteville on a roll. 23-point win tonight over the Stallions. All right, let's head to Cerro Gordo. We have a boys showdown between West Columbus and South Columbus. This was a good one. All right, we've got Jake Brownlee on a dunk. That is a dunk by West Columbus's Jake Brownlee, and now we have East Columbus's John Baldwin with a layup, Trey.
That's right, John Baldwin. He's going coast to coast. Great finish, great concentration.
How about Delijah Juan Willis with a long three? I love the name. I love the three. We have another dunk. It's going to be Jake Brownlee, Trey.
Oh, yeah. This is just, again, we're seeing a lot of great athleticism tonight. That's what I would call a grown man dunk right there.
This is a close game. 56-53 is your final score. The Vikings beat the Gators by 3 points. I like it, and we've got more, though, folks. The East Columbus girls basketball team has a senior who plans to play at UNCW next season. Charity Powell is number 24 for East Columbus. She's a future Seahawk, and her Gators played West Columbus tonight. Powell went coast to coast, and now here she is on the layup again.
Just running the floor, filling in the lanes, finishing at the basket. I think he's going to have a great career at UNCW.
He
John.
is number 24 and looking good tonight as a visitor in Cerro Gordo. Your final score on this one is 61-42 as we see Shinquel Freeman hit a layup. And that one was a winning score, winning game for the East Columbus Gators over the West Columbus Vikings. Are we done? Say no, say no.
Okay, I'm going to say no. We're not done.
Go, we're not done. Play of the week, just a minute or so away. But first, let's check out tonight's high school basketball scoreboard on the Full Court Press. I called you out earlier. I asked you, do we have more? You said yes.
No, I said no.
Oh, you said no.
Yeah.
I corrected you.
There you go.
I shouldn't do that on TV. Yeah, we do have more. Play of the week time on the Full Court Press, and this one comes from Wednesday night. It is going to be Hoggard guard Tyler Steinman with a sweet pass to Robert Wilkerson. Why this one works so well?
Well, first of all, we see Tyler's patience. You see him looking around, making sure no one's coming behind him. Then he draws the defense actually on this fake jump shot. Gives a great drop down pass to Robert Wilkerson. Some coaches don't like the jumping and the passing and things of that nature, but when you're as skilled as Tyler is, you can kind of get away with it because you make it work.
And then what I like about this was 15 minutes earlier, Tyler went down on the court with an ankle, had to be helped off the court. He couldn't even walk off the court. Then he comes back on the court like Superman and makes this play.
Well, he's just showing a lot of courage, and I'm sure Coach Queen appreciated it.
All right, that is Hoggard versus Laney from 2 nights ago. Earlier tonight on the Full Court Press, we showed you West Brunswick versus New Hanover. It was a close one. It came down to the wire. I liked this one so much we're going to show it again too. It is New Hanover versus West Brunswick, packed house down in Charlotte, and Khalil Bland got it off to a good start for West.
Yeah, and much credit to Khalil. I mean, it's a huge game for him to have the poise to come out and knock down shots like this early. It says a lot about him, says a lot about his character. Unfortunately, him and his team were not able to pull it out tonight, but that was a great sign for them moving forward.
You know, one thing I like about West Brunswick, when they moved into the Mid-Eastern Conference 3-4 years ago, they have been competitive in a lot of sports, especially boys basketball.
Yeah, they've always been. Even when I was in high school and had Cedric Simmons, who went on to play at NC State, West Brunswick was always a tough game for us here at Laney, but it's great to see them play hard. And they have a lot of great coaching as well. So.
Maybe it's the seafood in Calabash. Maybe it's the beaches, Sunset Beach, Ocean Isle Beach, and all that. You know,
you got it down.
Good living.
Absolutely.
Good living.
Yeah.
Who's going to win next week? I'm not going to ask you who's going to win between Hoggard and New Hanover. That's the big game next Tuesday. But do you think it's going to be a good game?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I'm just looking forward. I think I'm going to try to make that one. I'm looking forward to the atmosphere. You know, I want to see everyone in there. I want to see a packed house. Hopefully, when I walk up, I see sold out on the windows.
Like we saw a packed house in Charlotte tonight. We saw pretty much a packed house in Boiling Spring Lakes tonight. Not a packed house in Hampstead, but it was a packed house in Cerro Gordo and a packed house in Whitehall. All right, that'll do it for tonight's Full Court Press, everybody. I want to thank you for watching. It was a treat. Glad that you invited us into your living room and into your home this evening. Trey and I will see you again next Friday. That is a promise. Good night, everybody.